In this lesson, we'll be learning about the alimentary canal, specifically the human alimentary canal. We'll take a closer look at all the key organs involved, their functions, and how they work together. So try to challenge yourself and boost your attention span by watching this video to the end. Comment I did it if you make it to the end of the video. The alimentary canal, also called the digestive tract, is a long continuous tube in the human body that starts at the mouth and ends at the anus. It is responsible for breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, and eliminating waste. This video is divided into sections. Click View More in the description box to select any specific section. The human alimentary canal is made up of the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the duodenum, the small intestine, cecum, appendix, the large intestine or colon, the rectum, and the anus. All these parts have their various important roles and functions. So let's take a closer look at each of these, starting with the mouth. The mouth is the start of the alimentary canal. It contains the teeth, the salivary gland, and the tongue. The teeth are used to cut, grind, or chew food into tiny particles, which makes it ready for the action of enzymes. The tongue rolls food into a bolus and it aids the movement of food in the mouth. It also allows the food to mix with saliva or Ptyalin. It aids in swallowing of food into the gullet or the esophagus. The salivary gland, which you can see right here, is what is responsible for the secretion of saliva. And the saliva contains an enzyme called Ptyalin. Ptyalin breaks down starch into maltose, which is later swallowed into the gullet in form of a bolus. The saliva allows for easy chewing or movement of food in the mouth for swallowing, and it also serves as solvent for food. The esophagus or gullet. The esophagus connects the mouth to the stomach. Food swallowed is passed down through the esophagus by a peristaltic movement into the stomach. So next, the stomach. In the stomach, the food is temporarily stored for few hours and it is released at regular intervals by the opening of the pilotic sphincter. In the stomach, the gastric gland secretes gastric juice which contains two enzymes, renin and pepsin. Renin acts on milk while pepsin breaks down proteins to peptones. The gastric gland also secretes hydrochloric acid, and hydrochloric acid creates an acidic medium for the two enzymes to act. The hydrochloric acid also kills some bacteria in the stomach. In the stomach, food is churned by muscular contraction of the stomach wall. This muscular contraction or this churning movement enables the mixing of food with digestive juices and helps convert the food into a semi-liquid state called chyme. If you're still watching, hopefully you found this video helpful. Please support the channel by tapping the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the share button. If there's something you don't understand, you can ask for clarification in the comments. Next, the small intestine. The small intestine is the part of the alimentary canal where digestion and absorption of nutrients occur. It is a long coiled tube, it's about 6 meters in length in adults, and it connects the stomach to the large intestine. It is divided into three main sections: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. The duodenum is the first part of the small intestine and it is directly after the stomach. This is where digestion of food also takes place. The duodenum contains pancreas, which secretes pancreatic juices that contains three enzymes. These enzymes are amylase, lipase, and trypsin. Amylase converts starch to maltose. Lipase converts fats and oils to fatty acids and glycerol. Trypsin converts proteins and peptones to polypeptides. The pancreatic juice is alkaline and provides that medium for enzymes. The digestion of fats and oils is aided by a green alkaline liquid called bile, which is secreted by the liver and stored in the gallbladder. The bile helps in the emulsification of fats, and that is basically breaking down fats into tiny droplets. At the end of digestion in the duodenum, the food is converted into a liquid called chyle and is passed to the jejunum. The jejunum is the middle part of the small intestine. Its walls secrete juice which contains some enzymes. These enzymes include lipase, erepsin, maltase, sucrase, and lactase. Lipase converts fats and oils into fatty acids and glycerol. Erepsin converts polypeptides to amino acids. Maltase converts maltose into two units of glucose. Sucrase converts sucrose to glucose and fructose, while lactase converts lactose to glucose and galactose. The end products in digestion of proteins are amino acids. For fats and oils, the end product is fatty acids and glycerol, while that of starch is glucose. The jejunum is primarily responsible for nutrient absorption. This is where the end products of digestion, as we mentioned before, amino acids, glucose, fatty acids, and glycerols are absorbed. The absorption is possible because the small intestine has tiny finger like structures called villi or villus for singular. The folding of the small intestine combined with the presence of numerous villi creates a large surface area for the absorption of digested food. After the jejunum, the next section is the ileum. The ileum is the final and longest part of the small intestine, and it is connected to the large intestine by the ileocecal valve. And this is where any nutrients left are absorbed, especially vitamins like vitamin B12 and bile salts. It also contains tissues called Peyer's patches. Now, these are lymphoid tissues that help protect against harmful bacteria in the digestive tract. Next, the cecum. The cecum is a pouch like structure that marks the beginning of the large intestine. It connects to the ileum of the small intestine via the ileocecal valve. The cecum receives undigested food materials from the small intestine. It absorbs water and salt from the material and begins the process of forming feces. In herbivores, the cecum is much larger and contains bacteria that aid in the breaking down of cellulose. In humans, it is smaller and less significant. The appendix. The appendix is a small finger like projection attached to the cecum. It is tubular and measures about 5 to 10 centimeters in length. It was once thought to be vestigial, that is, without a function, but now it is believed to play a role in immune function. The appendix contains lymphoid tissues which help in producing and protecting beneficial gut bacteria, especially after infections. It acts as a safe house for good bacteria, helping the gut flora recover from disturbances such as diarrhea. The large intestine. Undigested food passes into the colon or the large intestine. Here, water is absorbed. The large intestine's absorption of water concentrates the waste products and turns them into feces. This feces is passed into the rectum. The rectum is the final segment of the large intestine and it's about 12 to 15 centimeters long. It is located between the colon and the anus. It stores feces temporarily before defecation. The rectum has two sphincters, the internal one, which is involuntary, and the external one, which is voluntary. The voluntary sphincter enables the control of the release of waste. Stretch receptors in the walls signal the urge to defecate when it is full. That's it for the video. Were you able to watch the video to the end? Don't forget to show your support by subscribing to the channel, liking and sharing this video.